Hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today's video is obviously going to be an eyeshadow palette bingo, but I decided to do a little bit of a twist. So typically I'll take an eyeshadow palette, randomly select 5 shades and create a look. Our Nikki here on the YouTubes does what she calls Mishmash Monday, and she takes like one shade from one palette that she really wants to play with, and then random number generator selects 4 shades from another palette or whatever. And since I have both of the new Odin's Eye and Angelica palettes, the Little Ghost palette I've used once, and the Trick or Treat palette I've used once, I thought, let's random number generate 3 shades from each palette and see if I can make it into a somewhat wearable look. I do honestly think that these 2 palettes can be companions, so I'm excited to test this theory out. Hopefully you're up for that. If you are and you're not already subscribed to my channel, you could do that now. I upload a whole bunch of videos every week, anywhere from 5, nope, just kidding, 6 or 7. I really like filming. I really like hanging out with you and talking about makeups and playing makeups. And though I'm in my room by my own self, you're in my head. You know what I mean? Like, we're hanging out, and then when the videos go live, we get to chat about things, and it's really strange, but also very, very cool for somebody like me who kind of never leaves the house. So I am going to get a random number generator up on my phone, and then we'll pick 3 shades from each palette and go from there. Max is 16. Let's start with the Trick or Treat palette. I'm going to try to show it to you upside right, which I don't normally do. There are 16 shades. This would be number 1, number 16. So I'm going to, I've got 1 through 16 on my cellular device. Come on. 14. Okay. That would be this deep green one. So let me get that swatched on my hand so I'll have some idea of the color story with which we are going to play. And the next one, ooh, come back here. Where are you going? Number 10. So we've got 4, 8, ooh! This gorgeous green. I've already used both of these shades, funny enough. But you know what? Depending on what other shades I get, it could be something wild and crazy and delightful, or it could be an absolute disaster. All right, number 3, 15. That would be this shade. Not mad at it. Haven't used it yet, but there were 16 shades to choose from, and it stayed in the bottom 2 rows. So there's those 3. Now let's bust out the Little Ghost palette and see what we get from that one. Again, I've used this once. This is shade number 1, shade number 16. So let's hope for something fun or interesting. All right. 9. So that would be right here, Cobwebs, which I've also used, but I think I just used it as my inner corner highlight. All right, there's those 4. We've got 2 more left. Did it really just give me 8? Oh, okay. That is number 8, Haunted House, which I've also used Wow. Come on, phone. So there we are so far. We got one last pick. Be something exciting. Number 1. Okay, finally a shade I haven't used. It's this yellow right here. Ooh. All right, I'm going to go off camera, gather my thoughts and see if I can figure something out, and I'll come right back and we'll try to make this happen. Okay, I think I have a tentative plan. So I've zoomed you in and put on my shadow shields. Here's what I think I'm going to do. I think I want the blue on the outer corner up into my crease. And then I think I want the yellow on the inner, and then I'll bridge the two mattes with this green, my inner corner highlight, and then we'll put this shade and this shade on my lower lash line. Okay, we're gonna start with the yellow, and that is going to go on the inner portion of my eye and up into my crease. I'm going to try and pack this on so we can get the most pigmentation. And I'm probably not gonna blend it out a whole lot because I think it's gonna lose quite a bit in the blending. That's cute though. I think one of my favorite things about makeup is how flexible you can be with it. I mean, you can also be super, super rigid. But I try to approach it with some flexibility. You don't have to do the same thing every single time. The placement doesn't have to be the same. You don't have to start the same way. You can just play. I think that's cute and I like it. Let's go with the blue. And I'm gonna pack this on. I had seen a few videos, obviously, and this blue looked like it would be tricky if you didn't pack it on, which is why my face is still naked, because I knew I would get fallout because I want the most out of this blue that I can get. And the way to do that is to really pack it on. I know Angie's incredibly good at makeups and doesn't have to do it this way, but I am not Angie, and I am not incredibly good at makeups, so I have to fake it a bit. Make sure I get plenty into the wrinkles and the cracks and crevices, because that's not a cute look. Man, just the yellow and the blue together would be so cute. I'm just kind of blending this a little bit without adding any more eyeshadow, just running the brush along the edge to diffuse it a tiny. So those were the two of the shades from the Little Ghost palette. Now I think I might actually blend out the blue with this shade right here called Cemetery. I don't know if this will be a mistake or not, but I think it's worth trying. So I'm gonna dip into that with a fluffy brush, and I'm gonna stay predominantly on the blue and just run it along the edge. We should get something purple-y. But blue doesn't really blend into skin tone all that well, or at least mine. So this could really help it be a bit more wearable. I think all makeup is wearable, but what if you wanted to recreate this? I mean, I don't know why you would, but you never know. I might really like it and want to do it again. but you know, have to leave the house or something. So I think that was a good move. I'm just going to blend and layer a bit more, and then I'll come back and we'll do the green shimmer. Okay, I think we all learned in kindergarten that blue and yellow make green. So I definitely could have brought those mattes together, but I'm gonna depend on the shimmer shade to bridge the gap. This is kind of almost like a halo eye without, you know, actually being a halo. I think I'm gonna take that green shimmer further in and maybe just let the yellow halo the green. I'm not loving the overall eye look at the moment. So let's just pack on more shimmers. That's my answer for everything. You don't like it? Add some sparkles. It really does disguise a great deal of sins. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like that a lot better. I'm gonna take the yellow up and meet it up with the kind of reddish shade, the cemetery, for a more cohesive look, I think. But I think that's pretty fun. Going back in to the yellow shade called Banana Taffy. Oh, that sounds delicious. I love taffy. I love banana. All right, I think we're getting somewhere. I'm going to boop over that metallic green with some of the blue, just for a nice seamless-ish blend. Ooh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. Should I take it in further? Wow. That really changed up that green a little bit. Ooh. I'm gonna go back into the cemetery shade and just a little bit. It's not gonna mix beautifully with the yellow, so I'm not gonna push it too far. Just a tiny. What do we think? I'm gonna go do the other eye, put on the rest of my face, and then I'll come back and we can use the matte dark green called Cauldron and the satin whatever called Cobweb. All right, I'm back and this is the finished look. Let me zoom you in for an up close at the eyes. Now I'll scoot you out and we can have a quick chat. So while I was off camera, I did do my lower lash line and I used some of Cauldron on the outer corner to meet up with Haunted House, which was the blue that we used on the upper part. And then I went in with Banana Taffy on the lower lash line on the inner corner. It's not the best shade, but it's not horrible. And then I used Cobweb as my inner corner highlight, my brow bone highlight, my nose, my cheekbones. It's my highlight all over. So that is the look I created using all 6 of these shades. I think it's pretty darn fun. I'm excited to wear it for the rest of the day because that's what I do. But I'm looking forward to hearing what you think. My lip, in case you're interested, I went in with a lip liner and then I'm using the Spectral lip gloss thingy from this collection. The glosses are fine. They're fine. Someone said they smelled yummy. I actively avoid smelling things. I raised boys. That's the thing you learn pretty early on. But I've gotten a couple of whiffs of it and I don't think it's yummy. No, it just smells like plastic. Don't smell it. So that's that on that. Let me know what you think of the look, of the collection. Should I do more looks with these eyeshadow palettes? I like them. The green has some pretty serious hard pan, but I'm not afeared of hard pan. You just get in there a little bit, get a little aggressive with your eyeshadows, and it works again just fine. So otherwise, everything is really nice. I think that yellow is definitely just an accent color. I'm not sure you could get a whole lot out of it, but maybe I'll try it. We'll see. Dallas thinks I should do a purple and yellow look, so perhaps I will do that one of these days. Hopefully you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Be sure to check out Nikki. I'll link her channel in the description box. You can go and take a reconnoiter if you haven't already. She's delightful. She's a little potty mouth, but that's okay. You're allowed to be whoever you want to be. She is kind and good, and that is what matters. All right, I'm gonna stop yammering. Be good and remember to be kind to you.